Potato, 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 potato. Are you gonna do the mukbang, Penny? You're so cute. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a mukbang while I eat these curry oven baked fries, which are slightly overdone. They're just a little bit crispy. And my name is Janine, if you don't know already, because I hardly ever say my name. And today I'm going to be answering your potato challenge questions. Now, if you don't like watching somebody eat, I suggest you go get something to eat yourself, because I personally do not like hearing somebody chewing or eating unless I'm eating myself, because the sound just gets on my nerves. So I totally understand if this isn't for you. You might want to click away. And but I actually like mukbangs, and even though I hate the sound of people chewing gum, eating food, even sometimes drinking, you know, if they have a loud gulp, it gets on my nerves. But I like mukbang, so, and I have Mommy Tang to thank for that. She's kind of actually helped. It's actually been therapeutic for my issue, my sensitivity to sounds, especially eating sounds. So thank you, Mommy Tang. And yeah, let's get started. I'm not good at the eating part. I'm good at the answering the questions, because you know it's hard to chew and talk. But so basically today I am eating fries that are coated with onion powder and curry powder, and this is my favorite combination. There's a lot of other combinations you can do for spices, such as you could do chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, maybe a little bit of lime, get more of a Mexican flavor. Garlic and paprika are good. What else? I don't know. I'm too hungry. I need to eat something. But I got this recipe from High Carb Hannah's ebook, Lean and Clean, which I love a lot of the recipes from there. I have a lot of new favorites from that book. So yeah, if you don't want to do a potato cleanse, I understand. I highly recommend Lean and Clean. I can't recommend it enough. So let's get on with the questions. I have a lot of questions here, so I don't know if I'm gonna get through them all. Oh, and I should tell you the sauce. For sauces today, I'm having my usual mustard. So I got like a Dijon mustard. It's a no salt added Westbury Naturals mustard. And I have a little bit of maple syrup in here and a little bit of lime. And this is ketchup. It's actually a ketchup that doesn't have sugar in it. It's organic. It's also Westbury Naturals. It does have salt in it though, so I keep that one to a minimal. And I just added some liquid smoke to it, which I've never tried. And in here I've got water with a little bit of lime. All right, let's try the fries. I'm gonna try this ketchup, smoky ketchup. I don't know how Mommy Tang does it. How does she eat and talk? I have approximately 2.5 pounds of potatoes here, maybe 3. I doubt I'll eat all this, but if I do, don't judge, because I've hardly eaten anything today. And it's, what time is it? 3:45. I just got busy with shopping, went out to buy more potatoes, and I just had like a small potato snack before I left. And then we had company, and yeah, so this is the first meal I've had today. Where's Junebug? Oh, there she is. And over here we have 2 plain potatoes baked with no seasonings, because they are for the puppies, which they're grown dogs, but I always call them puppies because they're my babies. And these are what I call puppy potatoes because they don't have onion and garlic and things that they can't have. And they know it. And they always expect potatoes when I have a potato meal. I wouldn't be surprised if they gained weight this month and I lose weight. Here you go, Penny. June. So these are baked without any oil, no salt. But if you're not watching your salt and you're not worried about that, feel free to add salt. You can make these really tasty. They taste pretty good to me, but to you these might be kind of plain. So if you're not used to no salt, I'd say add a little bit of salt when you bake them. And yeah, just bake them in the oven on a cookie sheet on parchment paper. That stuff is a lifesaver. And I baked them at approximately 420 for maybe 40 minutes. This went a little bit too long. So the first question is from Lauren. She's in my Facebook group. What do you do with mashed potatoes? Do you leave the skin on, or do you boil or steam them in the Instant Pot whole and then peel later, or leave on the skin and mash? Any other tips and tricks and other sauce or seasoning ideas? Okay, so the first question is I just cut my potatoes up, boil them, and then mash them. And depending on the type of potato, like if they're a russet potato with a thick skin, because generally russets tend to have a thicker skin, then I would peel them. But if it's a yellow or a red potato, I don't bother peeling them. And they just kind of get blended in. Because I have one of those hand mixers, which I can link down below to make it really easy. Just it pulverizes everything. So, but if you want really smooth mashed potatoes and you don't like any skins, then peel them. I don't know about the Instant Pot option. I haven't tried that, but I know others have. Amy Fruity Foodie, I think she knows how to do potatoes in the Instant Pot. I don't know how you do the mash. Like, I don't know. As for sauces, I've been eating pretty much the same most of the month. Just maple mustard lime. I just started eating this ketchup, which I like better than regular ketchup with the sweetener in it, which is really weird. You think I'd like the sweeter one. Sometimes I eat the cheese sauce from Potato Strong's website, which I will link down below. It's basically made out of sweet potatoes, nutritional yeast, and a few other spices. Now it is kind of more on the sweet side, so it's like a sweet cheese sauce, which is a little different, I guess. But yeah, I've just been eating really simply. And this is my favorite French fry seasoning to have, and it really, what makes the biggest difference is getting a really good curry. Like get a nice Indian curry from the international section of the grocery store, or if you can go to your India town, it's a mild yellow curry and it's so good. And you'll probably also find that over time you don't need as much sauce and flavorings. There's some days where I just have plain potatoes. Like I'll shred some leftover baked potatoes and make them into hash browns in the oven, and I don't have anything on them. They're just plain. Like the crunch takes care of all the flavor. This is not potato related, but Naima asks, if you don't mind me asking, what is your profession? I'm a graphic designer. I've been doing graphic design for almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years in May. And I went to school for illustration at Sheridan College, and I kind of accidentally got into graphic design. Last August, I quit my job as a full-time graphic designer and drove across Canada with my husband and my dogs and my cat. And we're now living with my parents so that I can do other things with my life than work for somebody else. So I am going to be, I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I'm going to come up with like a website for my graphic design services and packages and stuff. But I really don't want that to be my main thing. I just kind of want it to be a side thing because it's very time consuming. I want to just focus on projects that I know I can do in a reasonable amount of time that can be affordable for people. And you know, if I have some bigger clients, that's great, but I just don't want it to take up all of my time. And the reason why I don't want to focus so much on graphic design is I want to focus more on my YouTube channel I also do psychic readings. I kind of like to call them more like intuitive counseling, counseling with a psychic flair. And that's something that I am working on growing, that aspect. It's just, I've talked about this before, you know, coming out of the psychic closet is kind of scary. I'm still not fully like open about talking about that yet, you know, in public, I guess, but one-on-one, I'll talk your ears off about it. What's in the grilled potatoes and how do you make them? I just did a video recently on that, so that'll show up here somewhere and I'll link it down below. Would you do the potato cleanse again? Are you regretting your decision to do it for a full month? I would actually. I think this is going to be my new fallback. So if I get off track with my eating and you know, I'm just going to use this as my reset button. There was probably a point in the month where I felt like, oh man, why did I do this? Probably early on, because you know, a month felt so far away. But now that I'm almost done, no, I don't regret it, and I'm really glad that I committed to a month because I've learned so much more than I would if I had just done it for a few days or for a week. Yeah, I can't recommend this enough. If you've got junk food issues, or you're like me and you don't really like a whole lot of vegetables, this might be a great way to reset your taste buds and get that junk out of your system so that you can really taste the vegetable for what it is. And I hope that part of it works out for me, because that would be a total win if I can like become a person that loves all kinds of vegetables. I do like some vegetables, but I'm just very picky about it. Shawnee Vegan asks, how do you find your energy levels on this cleanse? And do you have any other sauce recipes to share? My energy's fine, actually. It's been pretty good. Except for when I had a cold. But yeah, it's been pretty good. And I don't really have any other sauce recipes. Like I said, I'm just eating really simple. Sorry. Wondering where you order all that amazing no salt sugar food from. I think she was just asking about the, I'm assuming she's talking about the mustard. If you're from Canada, get it from Vitacost. It's a US company, but they ship to Canada. It's $10 flat rate. You don't get duty charges, and it's awesome. I just bought 10 bottles of Westbury Naturals mustard, and I really wish I had an affiliate link for that, because I love Vitacost so much. But if you're in the US and you have Amazon Prime, you can get it from there as well, which I usually link below my videos because people ask me all the time, you know, what mustard I'm using and what sauce. Ran out of space on my memory card, so I had to erase some old stuff. Okay. Green Starry Nights asks, what are you doing for exercise and what are your future plans for exercise? My exercise has been pretty minimal this month. I had a cold last week, so I wasn't really doing a whole lot, but basically my focus is to walk and do yoga, and I was more regular with that in January, and I haven't actually been doing it as much in February. But yeah, my future plans for exercise, now this is a problem I'm having. I don't know how, but I pulled a muscle in the back of my leg, just under my butt cheek, and that's been bothering me even when I'm walking. And I don't know, I did something to my shoulder or sucked on it funny, so that's been bothering me, or it could be just related. I believe I have carpal tunnel right now, which I'm trying to get rid of, but yeah, so I've got like a couple issues going on, which is making it difficult to do the exercises that I want to do, like push-ups, and it makes yoga a little bit more challenging too, but I've been working around that. And then like just doing squats and things like that, and even walking, it's been kind of annoying. So I'm just trying to get that stuff to heal and just do gentle exercise until further notice. But I do really want to do another Spartan race. I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but I just gotta, you know, I don't want to get more injuries, because injuries suck, and then you end up not being able to do anything, you know, if it gets worse. So What do you do when you get green potatoes? I don't really get a whole lot of green potatoes, but when I do, it's usually just a couple in the bag. I just cut the skin off, but if it's like really deep, you know, sometimes you cut some of the skin off and they still look kind of weird, maybe just throw them out. But I'm fine with just cutting the skin off and eating them. So I wouldn't worry too much unless you're eating green potatoes all the time. Where do you realistically see yourself in 5 years? I see myself with my family, my husband. We finally found the perfect property, the place that we want to call home, and we live in either an eco home, like a small eco home, or a tiny home, and growing our own food. We both have a successful online business, and I do a lot of community work. I do community workshops, and I help people with their plant-based eating. I help people learn how to intuitively eat, and how to use your intuition in all areas of your life, and coaching people on how to create affirmations and do some mind shifting. But yeah, that's where I see. I love the idea of growing my own food and just working for myself independently and creatively. So I'll still be here on YouTube, and yeah, that's what I see. I hope that answers your question. Is it time for yours? I'm not sure if you mentioned having children or not. If not, when did you know you were not going to have children? Is adoption preferred? So we have no children. This is our children. This one and this little monkey and our cat. And I'm totally happy with that. I don't know if I ever made how do I explain it? When I was younger, I just assumed I was going to have kids just because that's what you're supposed to do. Grow up, get a job, get married, and have kids. And I was married to somebody in the past that wanted to have kids. And I'm so glad that we never went down that road, because that would have been not good, because we were not a good couple. And yeah, it would just, adding kids to the equation does not help anything. And when I met Scott, my current husband, the husband of the day, husband du jour, he didn't want to have kids. Like, he knew he never wanted to have kids. He knew that. And I had no problem with it, because I've never had like a strong desire to have kids. So, and I think that's one of the most important factors, is that you have to want them. It's not have kids just because you're supposed to, you know, because your parents want grandkids. I feel like you have to have a strong desire to have kids, and that's just never really been it for me. So, and if I was to have kids, is adoption preferred? Sure, that would be ideal, but again, I don't have that strong desire to have kids. So I think adoption is great. It's not for everybody, and I don't judge people. You know, I don't feel like it's un-vegan to have children. Since you're doing the potato cleanse, why not do a high carb henna spoof? She's a good sport and will love it. I think that's a great idea. I don't quite have a henna wig, but I have something that might pass as henna. It's a blonde wig. It's a little bit lighter than her hair color, but yeah, I could probably do it. And by the way, I have been really slacking on the parodies. I really need to get back to it. I actually have a long list of parody requests, so keep them coming, and you know, the ones that will get the most requests will get done. So what's the purpose of the potato cleanse? How long do you plan to go with the cleanse? Where do you get the recipient for the potato cleanse? I don't know what that means. Recipient. Maybe she means information. What do you do to keep motivated on your cleanse, and how do you avoid, face, and overcome temptations? Okay, so first question, what's the purpose of the cleanse? To reset my taste buds, get the junk food cravings out of my system, and learn to listen to my actual hunger. And so far that has worked. all of it. And how long do you plan to go with cleanse? Well, originally I only planned to do this a month, but I decided I'll do a second month with vegetables and probably just a little bit more relaxed. So if I really want to try an ice cream or something, I might. So I might just be a little more relaxed, but the focus still is going to be potatoes. You know, for my main part of my meal, it's going to be potatoes and then vegetables. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I like vegetables more than I used to after, you know, getting the junk food out of my system and resetting my taste buds. And I guess where to get the information for the potato cleanse. High Carb Hannah did one last year, and hers wasn't just all potatoes. She did potatoes and vegetables, and she has got a playlist for that, so you could check that out. And also, if you look up Spud Fit or Andrew Taylor if you just Google him, he's also got a YouTube channel I can link below. He did all potatoes for a year, only potatoes. How do you keep motivated to do your cleanse, and how do you overcome temptations? So I'm motivated because I'm here on YouTube, and you guys, I told you guys I'm doing this for a month, so I'm committed and I'm being held accountable. So accountability is a great tool to keep motivated. So if you can find a way to be held accountable and commit, you know, you just say, I'm gonna do this for a week, and you commit to it. It's the mindset, really. And how do I overcome temptations? Well, doing this has actually made temptations much less intense. So my cravings for things, I still get them here and there, but they're just like, oh, yeah, that sounds good, but I don't really need it. So yeah, I'm a junk food addict, and I'm doing this, so if I can do it, I think anybody can. I see that you don't peel the potato. What does it taste good? My potatoes have so many spots. Depends on the potato. If it has a lot of spots, then I just cut those chunks off. But if it's like freckled with grossness, then yeah, peel it. But I just try to pick potatoes at the grocery store that don't have a lot of spots. If you can. If you can't, then just peel it. It's not gonna harm anything. The peel does have some nutrition in it though, so, you know, try to eat some with the peel, but you know, you don't want to be eating yucky spots, you know. So yeah, my potatoes taste fine. I've been sitting here so long, my potatoes are cold. Cardio with carrots. Hi. I recognize you from Instagram, and it was good to see you here. She asked if I have any savings in my food bill, if I noticed any savings in my food bill. Since potatoes are really cheap, I would expect a good difference. Yes, definitely. It's kind of hard for me to gauge though, because my husband's still buying his stuff, but I just bought a bunch of potatoes today. So I bought a 15-pound bag and two 10-pound bags. And the 15-pound bag was $5. One of the 10-pound bags was $2. No, $3, sorry, and the other one was $5. Yeah, like I definitely, for under 20 bucks, you could have enough potatoes. It probably might last you a couple weeks, just depends on how much you eat. So definitely a huge savings. If I was in college, if I was smart enough in college and I knew how nutritious potatoes really were, I'd be doing this in college because it's way cheap. And if you want to add some vegetables in there, you can get some nice cheap frozen veggies, you know, or get the ones that are on sale in the produce section, and so cheap. Could you please share how you make your mashed potatoes? Do you put any spices or broth? How do you mash them? Okay, I like putting Italian seasoning in there. It's got a mix of herbs and has like onion powder, garlic powder and stuff in it. I like that. Sometimes it's just nice to have it very simple with just some vegetable broth and maybe a little bit of non-dairy milk. And I mash them with a hand blender. But I find even the hand mashers work just fine too. I got an anonymous question on Tumblr asking why I decided not to have children. I guess I just answered that. Is that it? Wow. I answered all the questions. That means I can actually eat now. Back here. How long have I been doing this? Man. This is a long video. Someone commented that they like that I'm not rude and I don't chew with my mouth open. I thought they should see some of the stuff I cut out where I was actually, you know, sticking my tongue out with food on it. I'm a polite, sweet person until you get to know me. I don't like it when people chew with their mouth open and, you know, talk with a bunch of food in their mouth. I don't like it either. I don't like people that are messy eaters too, like just chew really loud. I don't like that. But honestly, if I'm just sitting down eating dinner with someone like that, probably doesn't really faze me because I'm eating too. Man, I feel like I had a million questions and I'm surprised I got through all of them. What else can I talk about? Something I realized I haven't been doing this whole month, I haven't been using the air fryer. I forgot actually, because I just love making potatoes on the, oh, you okay, Penny? On the George Foreman grill. You okay? You jumped into the table. Come over here. Even today I heated up some leftover fries on the grill. It's so much better than any other way. It doesn't dry it out and just heats them up and they're nice and crispy again. When we move, I'm taking it with me. I'm stealing my parents' grill. Shh. I really need to color my hair. My hair. I'm gonna say it that way. My hair is, the grays are coming in. I gotta dye it. I gotta color and I use nature tint. It's the only, one of few that I can find that aren't tested on animals. I had somebody comment on it, my nature tint review video, saying that they don't consider it vegan because the parent company tests on animals, I guess. But that would be like saying don't buy almond milk from a company that also sells dairy, which I completely disagree with that concept, because I want to send a loud and clear message to those companies with my dollar that I want more of that. I want more products that don't have animals in it. I think that's one of the best ways to get that message across, because they're going to see, oh, you're buying our almond milk, and it's working because I'm just seeing less. I'm seeing the non-dairy section, vegan options growing and growing and growing. And my camera is running out of space again. Look at you, booty face. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna focus on eating and just speed this up or something. Anyway, my battery's dying and this video is already way too long, so I'm gonna wrap this up here, and thank you everybody for your questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and before I go, I just want to mention too that I've picked up some vegetables to try out next week on either March 1st or 2nd. I'm gonna do a taste test of some of the vegetables I've never really liked. So broccoli, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus I've liked sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna do a taste test on those 3 things. So that'll be fun. And alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, bye. I'll just let it run until the battery dies, because I don't want to get up again. You know, Grandma, Grandpa, and Scott are gonna have vegan pizza tonight. I gotta make sure I'm nice and full so I'm not tempted. My mama don't want to have no vegan pizza. No, that would just throw things right off. Oh my, aren't these just wonderful? What, you mean I can eat French fries all day? Now that's just wonderful. No, I like a good potato fry. I thought fries were fattening, you know? How can you eat potatoes all day and lose weight? I just don't understand. And how do you get your protein? Oh my goodness. Well, gosh darn, if you can eat potatoes all day, sign me up. Poor Betty Lou. Poor Betty Lou's been getting neglected. She hasn't been on any videos except for Potato Head. Betty Lou, what kind of videos do you want to do? Well, I think I'd be up for another trampoline video. That would be just wonderful. But I don't know if I like my outfit because it gives me a wedgie. My new bodysuit is not working out the way I had hoped. My bum is very hungry. I get a bad wedgie and it's not comfortable. But I do like the way those banana pants show off my booty. Alright, I'm getting full. Alright, the battery's not dead yet, so I'll just tell you guys. This was like towered up to here. All over my plate. This is what I got left, and I'm getting full.